This video is called 8.8a, Star Life Cycle for the Mini Stars. There are mini stars and gigantic stars. Let's learn about the mini. The mini have a life cycle. They start with protostar or nebula. Then they go to main sequence. Then they become a red giant. Then they become a planetary nebula. Then they become a white dwarf. And when they reach a black dwarf, their life is done. We're going to learn about each one of these cycles. The protostar, the nebula. The star is just starting to form from the dust and gas in space. It's all starting to come together. The main sequence star. The temperatures begin to rise and the star starts to form. A red giant. A red giant is a large star that's reddish or orange in color. The star is running out of hydrogen and is getting ready to collapse. Red giants are very large, reaching sizes of over 100 times the star's original size. A planetary nebula is a main sequence star, grows into a red giant, and then it throws off the outer layers and it begins to collapse. When it starts to collapse, it becomes a white dwarf. That's a pure carbon and it glows white hot. It's the size of the Earth, but very, very dense. And then the last thing is a black dwarf. A black dwarf is just a thing floating in space. It's known as a dead star. So we have the cycle. We have the protostar, or the nebula, which is a star beginning to form. The main sequence is the stars growing up. The red giant, it's running out of fuel. The planetary nebula, it starts to collapse. The white dwarf, it's pure carbon and very heavy. And then a black dwarf, and the star ceases to exist. Please remember, this is a process that takes millions of years. That's all about mini stars.